to the ship show every single day. A new flavor of fuckery, cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, hey, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash.
Well, I was going to start my complaining, but, I have to say, something cool just happened to me. If you're a libertarian, then you know who Spike Cohen is. Spike Cohen just literally wrote to me on TikTok. I met him, a couple of years ago. Oh, hello, Daniel. But I'm flabbergasted because the Spike Cohen just wrote to me on TikTok, and I'm fucking dying. Oh, he's basically asking my take on crypto, which I know sounds weird, but hold up. Let me show you his. So yeah, a lot of followers. So it's not a fake account or anything. That is fucking cool as shit. I didn't think he remembered me because I only met him for 15 minutes back in 2021. So I didn't think he even remembered me. So that's fucking amazing. I'm stunned. That's cool. I think he was asking my take on the crypto scene because there had been talk that the government had been looking for ways to monitor it because they don't like the idea that you could have a little fun and spend a little something without their permission. So it was only a matter of time. He has not responded to that yet, but it's all good. Anywho, well, I guess I will share screen. I have not slept in 36 hours because I'm one of those people that if I have something to do early in the morning, I might not sleep at all because I'm afraid I'll oversleep. And then I can't sleep at all. And then it's been one thing after another. So here we are. So yeah. Entire screen. Boop. So let's get this party started and see if I can get this wrapped up real quick and save everybody a lot of time and trouble. All right. So this guy, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. The headline looks terrible. Putin allies suggest missile strike on iconic American landmark. That sounds fucking terrible. Of course. But it's not, it doesn't sound good, but the rest of the article makes it sound less psychotic. So I can't pronounce that. Vladimir Solova, whatever. Media personality and ally to Russian President Vladimir Putin recently suggested that Moscow launch a missile strike at the torch of the Statue of Liberty. Amid Moscow's ongoing full-scale invasion of Ukraine that Putin launched in February of 2022, we'll just call him Vladimir. Vladimir here has been a source of Russian propaganda. Pretty much all news is propaganda, not just Russian, but whatever. He has talked about Russia expanding its war. I don't like that one. And claiming that the country owns Ukraine and even parts of Europe like Poland and Finland. I feel like Finland's not very likely, but whatever. Ooh, it overshot. Hold on. My mouse is absolute shite. I'm sorry. Anyway, in a recent episode of his show, Solov, I guess, and his fellow panelists talked about sending missiles over to the United States and Europe. And the man says, I suggest launching a hypersonic missile across continental United States, not at the U.S. Let it fly over. And let's see, but knock out the torch at the Statue of Liberty. So basically, he's talking about reaching out and just kind of giving us a boop on the nose, but not actually causing any catastrophic damage or hurting anyone. So it sounds, I guess it wouldn't sound so impressive as a headline if Vladimir Putin's friend suggested booping us on the nose. But yeah, he's like, how about launching it from the Atlantic to the Pacific as a test to see what happens? That's not a great idea. I mean, I guess with the equipment we have, we'd be able to know its trajectory and know where it's aimed. So we would probably know if it was actually aimed at something serious as opposed to just flying over into the other ocean. But I feel like that's still not something I would personally suggest to people to do. Hopefully he said it in a silly way so nobody thinks he's actually suggesting launching shit at us. But yeah, he's basically, it's suggesting he's like kind of booping us on the nose, which is not the worst thing people have suggested for us. Anyway, I found this pretty wild, and this is a little bit off topic, but I thought it was funny. Like, Nicki Minaj apologizes to fans for postponing concert after she was arrested in the Netherlands for weed. First off, I don't even know how somebody gets arrested in the Netherlands for weed. Like, they have cafes that sell weed brownies. Like, how do you get in trouble like that? Oh, I think she might have been in an airport. That would cause a problem. It says rapper Nicki Minaj apologizes to fans outside her hotel in Manchester early Sunday morning for postponing the UK show after she was stopped by Dutch authorities on allegations that she was carrying drugs. Honestly, I think this is ridiculous. You're telling me that Nicki Minaj got arrested for weed in the Netherlands. Meanwhile, P. Diddy is still roaming free. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I feel like I'm in fucking clown world. You know? God dang. Let's see. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not ignoring anybody. All right. Let me get back to the little thing. All right. Well, this mess. This is from 2015, mind you. Well, I don't know what. Yeah, apparently. Okay. Look, it updated or something. Hold on. Anyway, so originally it was published in July of 2009, and then it was updated in 2015. Not sure why, but this is leading up to some other shit. So you see the headline: he was caught in New Jersey, corruption sting called himself the kidney matchmaker. You can see where this is fucking going, eh? Yeah, let's see. Levi, I think it's Isaac, but like a fancy way of spelling it, of Brooklyn called himself a matchmaker, but his business wasn't romance. Instead, authorities said he brokered the sale of black market kidneys, buying organs from vulnerable people from Israel for $10,000 and selling them to desperate patients in the U.S. for as much as $160,000. You know what? I'll be honest. A lot of people who need a kidney are desperate patients. I mean, they're making it sound like he took advantage of somebody. The hospital industry does that just fine, and they probably charge a hell of a lot more than $160,000. Gonna be honest. And hey, if I'm gonna give someone a kidney, I would like to get some money for it. Why should I have to give it for free for it to be ethical? I think getting paid for my kidney is quite ethical. To be honest, it's better than leave me sore and broke. But anyway, yeah, this is leading up to something though, because I've found a pattern. Actually, I have this in terrible order, to be honest. I didn't mean to do that. So let me see if I can find. Oh, so this is the most recent headline, and this is what sent me on a little thing, to figure out like. So hold on, let's scroll down. Organ trafficking network busted in Turkey. I don't know why everybody's spelling Turkey like that. That's kind of fucking weird, but whatever. So I guess it's like a tomato type of thing. So police in Turkey, the Turkish city of Adana, detained 11 suspects, 5 of them Israeli and 2 of them Syrian, on allegations of organ trafficking. And this is May 5th of this year. It just keeps fucking happening. Oh, and they were found to have fake passports. Fuck. Who gives these fucking people fake passports? So there's that. And then we go back to this. So this guy was selling kidneys in 2009. He got updated 2015 for some reason. I'm assuming they probably redacted something, is my guess, personally. And the Times of Israel. Let's see. Is it not loading correctly? Ah, there we go. Oh, no. That is not what. Yeah, apparently the article, I guess if it stays up for too long, sometimes it'll reset and the article will go missing. So, my bad on that. This is from 2018. Israel became a hub of an international organ trade over the past decade. Fuck. Israel has become increasingly involved in the world transplant industry in the last decade. This comes a few years after India, which until 1990s was a global center of organ trade, enacted legislation prohibiting transplant using organs acquired from living people. That seems a little weird because there are a lot of people who are alive that could happily donate a kidney. So that seems kind of like but according to a 2015 European Parliament report, Israeli physicians and patients played a major role in the international organ trade. The report says Israel played a key role in the trade that developed in Azerbaijan, Cyprus, Kosovo, the United States, Costa Rica, Panama, Ecuador, and Colombia. Holy fuck. 2008 was a turning point in which the Knesset, which I think is kind of like their Congress or their Senate, I guess, whatever, which a Knesset law banned the purchase and use of, or the sale of human organs. So that's 2018. That's not anything to do with that particular thing. Okay, I guess I did all the organ. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that there's been a lot of like human trafficking of organs. That is super crazy because Israel had admitted in the 90s that they were taking organs from like dead soldiers and Palestinians without the family's permission. They had to apologize and said they wouldn't do it anymore. And then for the last, like, ever since then, they've been caught fucking doing this. Somebody's always getting caught doing it. And they're probably crashing and burning alone and not snitching on nobody. So they catch like one or two people in it, but they don't catch the whole thing. So this has been an ought to get off again issue, which, I found interesting because recently news has come out that when a IDF soldier has been getting killed recently, they have been rushing his body to wherever they rush it to and extract his genetic material from his coin purse, so to speak. And it's been done without the consent of the family, although I don't know what they're doing. But if you're taking, I would assume possibly your craziest soldiers that are willing to do just about anything, and you want to extract their genetic material, as quick as you can before, dead stuff sets in, so to speak. I feel like you're going to try to create like some universal soldier motherfuckers. I really feel like that's kind of what's happening. It's fucking bizarre. But yeah, it says, slightly, not really off, a little bit off topic, but Netanyahu has gone off the rails, taking country down, says former IDF official. Yikes, that was 12 hours ago. I can't imagine how much this is going to implode. I don't know. But things aren't going well for any of us. Not for them, not for me, not for nobody over there. Why does they try to give you a speed test? Fuck off with that. And this, of course, he's super offended that they're getting warrants as well as the rest of these guys. This is an old looking picture. It looks like he was taken in the 90s. I don't even know what this fucking guy looks like now. And you know what's interesting? Now, I'm not saying they haven't, but I myself have not personally seen it. I've not seen these three guys complain at all about getting a warrant for their arrest. Like, these two have absolutely bitched and complained about it. And him, this goofy fuck, his analogies or his comparison is fucking terrible. He's like, that's like having 9/11 happen and then, like, issuing an arrest warrant for George Bush. And I'm like, considering it was probably an inside job and he allowed it to happen, yeah, that tracks correctly, actually. I think he must not quite understand how that sounds. But it's interesting because these three guys, I've not heard them complain once there's a warrant for their arrest. In fact, I think there was even a statement issued that they would be absolutely glad to show up to the ICC and declare their case. So, I mean, they at least seem to be accepting it with dignity that they've got arrest warrants for them. But these two, fuck. If you've ever told a kid no in a grocery store and tried to drag them out of there kicking and screaming, this is what we got. Because if I'm accused of something and I have a chance to go in front of the court and declare my case, by God, I'd be glad to be heard. But whatever, I guess. Oh, so this weird shit fucking happened. So this one, he says, 1 dead and 9 injured in an Israeli attack near a hospital in South Lebanese village. I swear to God, I've never seen victims attempt to try to start wars in 3 different fucking countries at the same time. But I thought this was interesting because it says Israeli strike targeting a motorcycle. That sounds pretty fucking precise, doesn't it? And I'm sitting here looking at this. And y'all remember the Maui fires and how the cars were melted? That's what this, it doesn't look like a missile strike because, you know, this building is still here. And it's not burned. This pole's a little bit burned. This is, yeah, I mean, this doesn't look like he got actually hit with a missile. It looks like a direct energy weapon or whatever they call it. It looks like he got hit with that because it looks just like those melted cars in Maui. And it dawned on me, holy fuck, what if Israel has that weapon? And wouldn't it be even crazier if they had something to do with the Maui fires? I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying that this was supposedly struck by Israel. This motorcycle was, which is pretty fucking precise because look, all these other buildings are intact. Everything else is intact. Nothing's burnt. Nothing else is damaged. So if this was done by an Israeli strike, why can't they be that precise in Gaza? I'm just saying. But yeah, it looks like they have a direct energy weapon and they just zapped that fucking motorcycle. As soon as I looked at it, those crazy ass wildfires in Maui is the first thing I thought of. I'm like, holy shit, look at that thing. Holy crap. So yeah, I thought I'd share that tidbit with you. Just, you know, spitballing it. This is some fucking weird ass shit. So apparently some missionaries were killed in Haiti. I think the son is actually the son of a politician. I think. Hold on, let's see. Oh, yeah, Representative Ben Baker. Apparently it was like his son or daughter. Oh, it was the loss of his daughter. Okay. It was his daughter and his son-in-law that were apparently killed in Port-au-Prince. But that's such a fucking weird-ass thing for a person to say. Like, Donald Trump said the missionaries killed in Haiti looked like models. Like, I'm sure he was trying to be complimentary, but it just seems like a bizarre thing to say about somebody because I feel like the way they look is the least of the situation for the fact they've been murdered. I don't know. It struck me weird, I guess, but whatever. So I, share that one. Biden officials are covering up an attempted terror attack by illegal immigrants. I was like, what? Apparently this was published an hour ago. By refusing repeated chances to answer a simple question about a May 3rd incident at Quantico Marine Corps Base, the Biden administration has essentially confirmed one of America's worst and most politically consequential nightmares related to an ongoing border crisis. Well, I really don't feel that this is half of this might be a border situation, but half of it's not. 2 illegal immigrants just attempted a terror attack on U.S. soil. Well, that's what they're claiming. I mean, it's possible, though. We know that a Jordanian who illegally crossed the border joined up with another Jordanian who had overstayed his visa. So, see, the border wouldn't have really helped with that because, you come in here and then you overstay your visa. That's not really a wall situation. And drove a box truck to the gates of Quantico. What the fuck? Why? They claim to be Amazon delivery drivers and tried to access the site that houses the FBI training academy. I didn't know the FBI trained over there, but that's not something I've ever looked up. So, military officer training school and the Military Criminal Investigation Intelligence Command. Quick thinking military police stopped the truck and then charged the men with trespassing before turning them over to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. That's a weird fucking thing. They were claiming to be Amazon drivers. All right, so okay. I mean, these they've got the FBI training site and military officer training school and all that. Sure, okay, that's not a big deal to me. But they're claiming to be Amazon delivery drivers, so I assume they would have an Amazon truck. I mean, I feel like, let's see, to say there was anything odd with the truck. What happened next? We don't know. The government refused to say if these men were on a terror watch list, if they had made any confessions in custody, or even if they'd been deported. In fact, authorities don't even acknowledge the incident until Potomac local news, Kelly Sinowaski, broke the story. So, yeah, like, I mean, was it an Amazon? I mean, I assume it was an Amazon truck if they were supposed to be Amazon drivers. But like, how can you say it was an attempted terror attack? I mean, was there? I mean, I want to know, was there any like explosive shit in the truck or something? Because otherwise, it might just be some weird guys trying to, I don't know, do something weird. I mean, honestly, if you're Jordanian or whatever, trying to bullshit your way onto a Marine base is probably not a good idea. But I mean, this could, I feel like this could be anything. It may not be even be a terror attack. I don't know. But I feel like they're trying to scare people with these headlines because a lot of people aren't going to read the whole article, you know? So people are just going to, you know, skim on by and just see, you know, oh, attempted terror attack. That's all they're going to see and be like, holy fuck. So. Oh, and apparently somebody managed to beat AIPAC. Well, as far as getting elected without needing AIPAC's help. In fact, actually AIPAC was working against him, which is impressive. I'm amazed as a Republican, no less, because usually they are just got their fucking knee pads on, ready for AIPAC. It says, so many Democrats are afraid to stand up to the powerful pro-Israel group, but a Republican congressman has done so. And he just scored a big primary win. Well, fuck yeah. I like this. I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but I like the idea that someone managed to get into office without having to take foreign money. I fucking love it. We should all be aspiring for this. I hope he's a good politician. I hope so. John Nichols is, I guess, the guy's name. It is well understood that the powerful American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee is targeting progressive Democrat members of the U.S. House. Well, and anybody who stands against them, really. I feel like they're really highlighting that it's Democrat, but there are some Republicans that are against it. Not as many as there should be. Who have dared to object to the government's support of Israel's assault on Gaza, including the continued provision of the U.S. military aid for defeat in the 2024 primaries. So that is so cool. What is not well known is that AIPAC also poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into attacking Republican incumbent. His name is Thomas Massey. Oh, okay. I have been hearing that name recently. He's a 53-year-old former local official from northern Kentucky who, since 2013, has represented one of the most overwhelmingly Republican districts in the country. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Nice to see. I'm getting so tired of seeing AIPAC getting people elected. It's so in our faces. Ugh. So, yeah. All right. I think I pretty well covered that, actually. I was hoping I'd be able to get... Oh, hello. Ooh, let me scroll up here. Hello, Digital Pollution. Hello, Bree. I think you said. BRI is what you said. I just don't know if you would consider it Bree or Bri. Good old political Dawood. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I haven't slept in like 36 hours, so my brain's not working. Little political divide to stop you from thinking. Ah, yes. Okay, I figured it out. I know, right? Amen. Preach, brother. Hello, Mr. Broccoli. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Mrs. Broccoli. That is awesome. Oh, I love your Free Palestine. That is lovely. I like that. I'm going to leave that up there for a few minutes. That's nice. I like that. I wish I could make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Actually, I've never tried. Can I do it? Is that a thing I can do? No, I can't. I was going to make it a little bit bigger so I could see it, but I can't. Amen. So I'm super glad that someone got elected despite AIPAC. Now, I hope he's a decent politician, because that would fucking suck that he turned out to be a piece of shit. That would be very depressing. Yeah. I mean, right now, my standards are pretty decently low for politics. I'm super excited if you're not taking foreign money. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that, like, I may not like about a politician, but there's an insane amount of foreign money being, like, just unloaded on the politician. I feel like if he's a shitty guy, I can't do anything about it. I feel like if they're at least, getting money in a legitimate way and we have a problem, I feel like they're more on our level and we can actually maybe fix the problem somehow. I feel like it's more of something, I don't know, it's more within our range, I think. Smoking a little more today than I have been lately. I'm a little sad about that. Oh yeah, I think there was something else that caught my eye. So let me share. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. I can just go like this. So this part right here. So what this says is Trump says, if I'm elected as president, I will expel groups that participate in actions to support Palestine from the U.S. What I see is I'm going to do something really stupid that's going to make more want to vote for Jill Stein. That's what I fucking see. That's what I'm interpreting. I mean, I don't know if Jill Stein will win, but I don't want blood on my hands. Now, granted, there's probably some stuff about Jill Stein I may not be a big fan of, but I feel like compared to genocide, it's probably something that I can at least write her a letter and be like, yo, I feel like maybe this isn't the best course of action. You know what I mean? I feel like anything less than genocide is something we can at least, agree to disagree or try to find some kind of halfway point. I refuse to find a halfway point with anybody on genocide. I'm sorry, I can't. Ugh. So, yeah, like, I was really hoping that he was going to bring something a little more calm to the situation. Like, hey, I'm going to, if I'm elected, I'm going to try to get this problem sorted out and try to stop the fighting and this and that. Like, I would have been glad to hear it. No, he's like, no, I'm going to be kicking these groups out. Bitch. If there was protests going on here, I'd already be in it. Oklahoma is a bad state for protesting. You're not going to get much in the way of protests here. Not for anything. Not one side or the other, generally. This guy here goes, but he won't expel groups that support and participate in genocide, will he? Oh, wait, that includes him. Right? Do Americans have a third option? Right? No shit. Yeah, I would pretty much vote for anybody who's not in favor of genocide. If they're pro Second Amendment, letting me have my right to protect myself, I'm really liking that. But I feel like if we're at least not, if Jill Stein's not taking AIPAC money and she wants to stop, not allow them to have any more of our weapons, I can get down with that, Oh, I did not know that. I started following her on Twitter like yesterday. Because someone on Twitter, because sometimes Twitter will suggest some stuff for you because there's things for you and there's stuff you're following. So, like, somebody posted about Jill Stein. I'm like, oh, she's running again? Because, you know how the media is. They don't want you to know all your options. And so they hadn't mentioned her. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and checked, and I'm like, all right, sweet. You got yourself a deal, lady. Like, again, there's some things I may not agree with her on, per se, but, like, I'll have to look up to see what it is, because some people were bitching about her a little bit. But, again, I feel like AIPAC and us being involved in more foreign wars, I feel like that's just a fucking enough. Because I'm 43 years old. Half of my life we've been at war. I really think about half of my life we've been at war. That's insane. That is fucking insane. And there's no excuse for it. Because I'm old enough that, I was alive when we were doing Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Iraqi Freedom, I think it's Operation Iraqi Freedom, the whole fucking thing, all the way up to now this fucking mess. Whatever the shit was going on in the Gulf, like 91, 92, whatever that shit was. Like, most of my memories I can remember, we were probably at war with somebody. I'm so done. I mean, I'm sure there's other people who are probably more done, but I can't stand, and I feel like just bitching a little more off the rails here. I fucking am so infuriated. Like, all these people are like, yay, go get them, boys, and like encouraging our soldiers to go do this. It's like, you guys are not, I mean, you guys are fine to chat, but I mean, like, the generalized you. these folks are not tired of having flag draped coffins coming back. I thought they'd had 20 years of that. They still haven't got their fucking fill of it, I guess. Plus, of course, it's so easy for the people, a lot of these evangelicals, which I don't like having to attack them, but in this particular instance, I'm going to have to. They absolutely cheer for it. They cheer for war from the comfort of their couch. Now, granted, I'm on the comfort of my couch right now, but I also don't want people to die, though. Hello, Bone. How are you? Such a good cat. It is lovely to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Oop. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my alarm. Oh, she is? Oh, and she's currently live? Well, fuck, I can't compete with that. Actually, you know what? Let's go take a sneak peek and see if we can, like, peek in on a little bit here. Yeah, I like looking at, like, old cartoons and Gilded Age documentary shit. So, all right, let's go find her real quick. See what... Oh, hold on. Is this... Wait, hold on a second. It look like it's kind of weird, but it looks like since more of y'all are here, it looks like Spike Cohen has wrote to me on TikTok. Like I was thinking that maybe it was like a spoof account or something, but I don't think that it is because I met him like a couple of years ago. But like, yeah, there. Let me click on his profile. Over 25,000 followers. So I'm assuming that is his actual legitimate account talking to me. So that's kind of fucking neat. Like, I didn't think he would even remember me because we only spoke for like maybe 20 minutes, like 2 years ago. So I'm actually surprised. But that was kind of cool. I just wanted to share that for a second. I know that was like off topic, but yeah. All right, let's go back and try to find Jill Stein now. Okay. I always get that. My dyslexia always wants to confuse where the I and the E go. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, yep, she is live. All right. I may have to have the volume down a little bit here and there just because I don't want I don't know if it's copyright or not be. I'll give her a like because why not? Oh, excuse me. Right on. Oh, I be like, is there anybody in Oklahoma I should vote for? Maybe somebody can answer that. Because I refuse to vote for the lesser of the evils when the level of evil is pretty fucking high. I'd rather have someone who's a little bit of a hippie, but at least, you know, it's the old fashioned anti war thing. I miss that. I miss when people would be anti war. I miss those days. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna answer my question. They got a lot of people. They got like 145 people, so yeah, I get it. I know there's probably gonna be people out there. They're gonna be like, "You threw your vote away." Well, if you vote for somebody and they don't win, then oh, okay. I'm building a Google Doc of all candidates who are green, gold, independent. All right, sweet. Okay, I'm guessing one of her uh people handling the chat is responding to me. So let's see. Let me click on that so she knows I'm talking to her. That is awesome. There we go. There we go. A little debris in my keyboard there. So, very cool. And I feel warm and fuzzy that somebody answered me in the chat. I don't like going to live streams where like I'm just completely ignored and nobody answers a question for me. So I feel warm and fuzzy and noticed here. So that's always a good sign. I mean, I understand if she's got shit she's doing. Do I have what? Is that TikTok? Is that what she's trying? Yeah. Oh, yes, I do. I should probably find out what my name is on there because I don't remember. Let me see. Who am I on here? Give me a second. I'm trying to find who I am on here. Yes. Heck, yes, I do. Mora, am I? Mora Kitty _ 81. Heck yes, I do, ma'am. I don't know why Mora Kitty. I don't know why my Mora Kitty is highlighted. That's fucking weird. I don't know why I did that. But awesome. So hopefully somebody will follow me and on TikTok and help me find like where that Google Doc is. So very cool. So yay. There's something nice about feeling acknowledged in the chat of somebody you're interested in voting for. It's a nice feeling. It seems more like they're a real person, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, okay. All right. As I understand it, the U.S. has been in a number of operations. The last official war in the U.S. Yeah, that's the last official war. But, I mean, to be honest, though, like, I mean, we've been in war with Iraq and Afghanistan, Kuwait. Like, I feel like if you got soldiers on the ground and you're shooting at people and blowing shit up and you're there for a while, I feel like that's war. I do. If you're constantly wondering if you're going to get bombed or you're going to run into an IED, you know, and you're there to, like, change shit. Yeah, I feel like that's a battle. I feel like that's a war, even if they're not declaring it. I mean, you know, a conflict by any other name. I'm guessing it's likely to be fine. They're likely happy for any and all, but right? Well, yeah, but I like that though, because some politicians, they act like they're so fucking, you know, up in their little ivory tower, and it's like, careful there, you know, you kind of do need the people. I don't trust anybody who doesn't need the people, you know. I've liked Jill since before Trump. I heard about her, but I didn't hear much about her. But after running for office, I kind of see how they do that. They just kind of leave your name out of news. They just kind of leave your name off like surveys, you know, when they're getting public opinion about things. They have sneaky ways of just kind of acting like that person isn't there. So I'm really glad that little Twitter thing came up where it brought my attention back to her. Has many reasons to say she felt the way she does, right? And I see, and that's something else I like. She's been, as far as I know of, she's been pretty steadfast and hasn't flip-flopped on a bunch of things on whatever's popular at that moment. Oh, I don't disagree. Please forgive me as I'm not American, but I wouldn't be a way. Wouldn't that be a way to circumvent the Congress? Well, that's the way they kind of do it, though, because, like, yeah, you're supposed to need congressional approval. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too much different than us, really. Yeah, you're supposed to need congressional approval. That's why they didn't technically call it a war. I have sarcastic finger quotes, even though nobody can see me. But, yeah. Yeah, they just didn't call it an official war. But, I mean, you go over there, you're bombing people's shit, you're shooting people, you know, you're staying for a while. To me, that's a war. I mean, they even call the Vietnam War a war. So I mean, we got thrown into that wrongfully. So I might add, just an excuse to go after some boogeyman. Like, oh, we need to get rid of communism and protect America. Motherfucker, nobody in Vietnam and any of that shit they were doing were going to come over here. They were not. I'm pretty sure. Like that's different. But as long as you got people scared of communists, Now, don't get me wrong, there can be issues with communists. There's wrong with anybody who gets too much power. And that's anybody. When I'm tired, I also get thirsty. I know it sounds silly, but I really don't consider Canada as foreign. Like, I know that sounds silly, but I really don't really see y'all as foreign. Next door neighbors, but not foreign. I don't know. I think y'all are too much like us. I mean, we've got some things that y'all don't. Y'all got some stuff that we don't, but like, I don't know. I see things as foreign, like when they come from like across the ocean and shit. I don't know why, but that's just, I don't know. It's just, I guess, how I see it. I guess. Sorry. A little hairball there. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Oh, actually, can I have captions? Oh, no captions. Fuck. That would be so much easier. That way I wouldn't get in trouble. But, like, people could still kind of read what's going on. Oh, excuse me. Oh, reflux. Let me. Oh. Did it show you to my TikTok? Did what show you to my TikTok? No. Did what show? Hold on. Let me go back up. Did it show me something? It's not. Okay, I'm gonna have to respond and tell her I don't. It's still highlighting my name. That's so fucking weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Durr. And she. Okay. Uh, uh, all right. Let me go type that. All right. So Sammy Ray is what her name is. So, okay. Sammy. Shit, where'd it go? Oh. I Oh, that it's like a similar picture. Oh, there's a lot of Sandy rays. Ugh. A lot of people with her name. I do not know which one should be. Look. Alright, stupid thing trying to play music. Like, don't get me in trouble, phone. Don't get me in trouble. Alright, so hopefully here in a second she'll tell me where I can find her on TikTok, and then then I'll be able to. I guess for right now, let me come over here and see how everybody's doing. What do you mean real bacon? I mean, do they not have bacon over there or something? Or are you talking about Canadian bacon? You're being silly. I don't know. Wait until Canada takes over Wisconsin and corners the cheese curd market. And from there, it's on to DC. Anything done to DC would be an improvement, to be honest. Pretty much anything is an improvement on that shithole. But me, hello, BK Dan. Welcome. I was just trying to make friends over on Jill Stein's page. Hopefully the lady will help me find out, like, where she is so I can add her, because I'm not finding her at the moment. Got some kind of a notification. Oh, it is not her yet. Damn it. Grr. Too bad I can't vote for Dublin. Because, I mean, Michael Dublin, that just sounds Irish as fuck. What we got going on up here? Oh, righto. Yes. On this channel called Young Turks, which I watch occasionally. They interviewed a Holocaust survivor who says that Israel is carrying out genocide. Well, good luck calling him anti-Semitic. Well, sadly, Sammy Ray has not gotten back to me on that. Darn it. Well, hopefully she'll be able to find me when she gets around to it, because I did put down my username. So we'll just hope that she finds me. Either way, I'm still voting for Jill Stein. So, you know, meh. Indeed. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. I think Young Turks is just talking about it. Yeah, I think you're right. He was interviewed on CNN. It's amazing. I mean, like, CNN is starting to be a little more honest, it looks like. About fucking time. On Farid, I do not know that name. I don't watch a lot of news reports. Like, I read articles, because usually a lot of the reporters and talk show type people just piss me off. when I hear people spending hours debating on who's worse between Trump and Biden and how they're going to vote for the least of the evils, I feel we are absolutely fucked. Absolutely correct. Yes, that's why I I have an issue with it, because it's like, if you vote for the lesser of the evils, you're still acknowledging that you're voting for evil. Like, I was really hoping that Trump was going to bring a little bit of common sense to the fucking mess going over there. But no, he's like, no, my $1.5 million. Hell no, I'm not. Like, fuck you then. Sorry, a little bit of hairball. Anyway, so yeah, I like somebody who's not wanting war and who's not taking APAC money. So, fuck yeah. I told myself, like, if I could find someone who's not completely nuts, because there's a few people who seem a little bit nuts, and I'm like, oh. But her, I think she might be all right. Again, like, there's probably a few little issues here and there. I'm not usually a single issue voter, generally. I at least want them to have a little more in common with me, but I feel like this is such an egregious situation that's going on right now, and how many of our politicians are complicit in this murder, all these murders, that I feel like I'm not a single issue person, but like, that's a big issue for me though. TTYT. You don't know what it is. I don't know if he is the biggest puppet. I think they're all a whole bunch of puppets. Oh, there's actually this really cool page I found. Well, I gotta go try to figure out where it's at now, actually. Oh. Okay, I think I can remember the name of it. Let me go look real quick. Hold on. There it is. APAC Tracker. Am I following these jackasses? If I am, it's only to keep an eye on them. I assure you. Do not worry. Man, like, I'm not trying to be a total jerk, but dude's looking at like the whole audience at the same time. How do you even focus like that? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. The fuck? $1.6 million. Freaking hell. I like that. Do you condemn May 26th? Yes, I do. Yeah, I love this page. I follow it because, like, not only does whoever it is post like all this, but like when politicians are posting stupid ass shit, he'll go over there with like one of these and show how much that person is making from it, and be like, "Oh, you got paid $500,000 to say this tweet, huh?" Like, I love how this person is going around trolling all the politicians. It's fucking terrific. Oh, Senator Lankford. This dude is an absolute piece of shit in my state. And this dude, I swear to God, like, I've given this guy side eye for years. He just fucking, he's James Lankford, yeah, he was like, I stand with Jewish people. Not all Jewish people are Zionists, bro. Conspiracy to commit genocide still carries the death penalty. Oh, I did not know that. Of course, America's not going to use its laws properly. This unbelievable cunt waffle right here. This bitch has been fucking crazy since the very beginning. As soon as the October War started, which is kind of what I nicknamed it, she was like, yeah, kill them all and this and that. I'm like, damn, bitch, nobody's even done an investigation to find out quite what all happened. She was like, ready, had her finger on the little button just to fucking launch. I was like, God dang, bitch. Like, nah. So this stupid ass hoe goes over there. See, like, I want this dropped on her house. Like, I do. And no, YouTube, it's not a threat because I don't have these, so I can't do that. I'm just hoping that since Israel is so bad at aiming, that maybe it'll just accidentally get her house. That would be fucking cool. I would love it. Sorry, I would. That bitch is fucking crazy. She's got Stepford wife eyes. Bitch is nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts. What is that? What is that? Oh, do I have a way of blowing this image up? I do not. I cannot see what this is next to the flag. I don't feel like there should have any other flag next to it, to be honest. Maybe I'm unreasonable. So because she's an Israeli Mossad, I don't think she's Mossad. I don't think she is smart enough, sneaky enough, or well trained enough. I think she would be a lot more smart and subtle if she was Mossad. I don't think she is. And not for a lack of trying, I just don't think she's smart enough, to be honest. You gotta be smart to be a little bit sneaky. Oh, yeah, and there's a chance that he might hire her if he gets elected. Fuck that. Fuck every bit of that. Yeah, she's such an awful bitch. She's evil. Yes. Right? Well, I'm glad to see she's getting eaten up in the comments like she fucking deserves. So yeah. So if y'all want to check out APAC Tracker, that's always nice to kind of keep an eye on what the politicians are getting paid. Ooh, let me move this on up a little bit. Make sure I see everything. Biden's lifetime APAC take-in is $11 million. You know, let me grab a pack of cigarettes real quick, and then I'm going to bitch some more. Hold on a second. Oh, my leg. And the whole house smells like weed, those fucking hippies. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, it does. And they are kind of hippies, but I was just being silly. Anyways. Yeah, yikes. See, the shit like, APAC giving that jackass $11 million. The way, and honestly, I have pretty much deduced, I think everybody else has, that it's money laundering. All those aid packages, those military aid packages they keep sending to Ukraine and to Israel, it's money laundering. Because you're giving them our tax dollars by the billions, and then they turn around and take that money and they give it to candidates and politicians that they like. So they know that if they support Israel, then they're going to start getting a whole fucking bunch of money into their bank accounts. So basically, it's just being laundered and funneled through Israel back into politicians' pockets. Because, I mean, obviously, you can't technically just take taxpayer money and line your pockets with it because it's called embezzlement. So they're just money laundering. I really feel like that's really what it is, and it's clear as day to me. It's like getting a little kickback, like, hey, I'll make sure you get like $3 billion. Kick me like over a period of like 2 or 3 years, hit me up with like, $500,000. And they'd be like, no problem, homie, I got you. No other president moved the embassy to Jerusalem or gave insider access to the White House through Jared Kushner, despite nepotism laws. Yeah, his daughter married a Zionist, I believe. Which actually is probably who Jared Kushner is now that my brain is piecing that together. Okay. Sorry, it takes, like I said, I haven't slept in like 36 hours, so it takes my brain a second to like fully load. Like, when did we resign ourselves to a POTUS who is the least evil? I would say after Kennedy was killed. That's my best guess when it started getting really bad. But of course, there was a time when they at least, pretended to be good. Now they just, I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Overton window, but almost all our candidates have this Overton window thing going. So, all right, so the concept of the Overton window, for those who do not know, is, all right, so a lot of times we think that, bad people can get away with stuff if they do a little bit at a time, like progressively get a little bit worse and a little bit worse. And that can work. But what another thing is they go so overboard, so outrageous, that anything less than that isn't so bad. Like, I know it's not a very good analogy, but I'll do the best I can. So Miss Broccoli or Mrs. Broccoli, or so let's say that I needed to borrow $20 from you, but I don't think you'll necessarily do that. So if I say, hey, can I borrow $100 from you? That's going to sound outrageous. So then if I go, hey, can you loan me like 50? That doesn't sound so crazy anymore compared to the 100. And that's kind of what they do with all the rest of the stuff. They put out so much outlandish talking points, such outlandish graphic violence, such outrageous rhetoric, that anything just shy of that doesn't sound so outrageous anymore. It's almost like being desensitized is kind of it, I think, in a way. America has given up, but that's the thing. They don't know they've given up. I don't know. It's like a weird death rattle. They think they're still fighting, and they kind of are, but they're not fighting the way they think they are. See, my party, well, I call it my party because I don't know what else to fucking call it, the Republican Party, they're all about fighting the deep state and fighting foreign interference and this and that until you get to Israel. Suddenly they're strapping on the knee pads and getting their throat ready. And it's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Because I say, fuck that. You said no foreign interference, I then fucking mean that shit. Because, yeah, my party has absolutely lost its mind. So it thinks it's fighting the good fight, and the concept is good on paper. But in acting it out, I think they failed to realize that the deep state is, in fact, Israel, or at the very least hiding under the umbrella of Israel. Because, I mean, it's not the trees, it's not the old buildings, it's not the dirt, obviously. You know, it's not the regular, normal people there. That's not the deep state. But all the shit that's going on, that's in the news, that shit is that. And we're funneling billions of dollars to the deep state and all its little fucking agents to run amok. So, like, how are you going to fight the deep state if you won't even acknowledge where it is and who it is? Even though it's a lot of who's. It's not just one person. It's a whole lot of who's, obviously. So, yeah. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, my God, what the fuck? But it's probably a correct response because all of it's a fucking mess. She never met. What's her stupid name? Nikki Haley. Yeah, I know, right? Especially since she doesn't have to worry about getting her little manicured nails into it. She just writes horrible shit that's going to blow up children because she's fucking disgusting. I hope I can meet her one day. I do. Because I'll be like, you are a disgusting baby killer, and I hope they haunt your dreams forever. Seriously, I will. I'll say it to her. And then I'll just walk off while she tries to talk because I don't really care about anything she says. Like, I don't feel like I'm not going to even engage in back and forth discourse with her. She isn't worth my time. I just want to hurt her feelings a little bit just so I can turn around and walk away and feel like, let her feel like she's not good enough to talk to me. 18 tabs. Bro, I told you, always. Oh my God. And you know what? It's your money. It's your fucking money. Because Israel doesn't have that kind of money on their own. They don't. I mean, they could. I mean, if they were like, did above board business and this and that, sure. But no. All that billions of dollars that goes with them, this is like, what do you call it? A rebate. It's like a rebate that goes to the people that play ball with them properly, as they would see it. Kushner is an Israeli Zionist whose family is in real estate. Oh, fuck, imagine that. I'm sure they're raking up that beachfront property, that's got bodies buried under it right now. Sickos. A question of legal yeah, no shit. Indeed. Every day. Yeah, I thought that probably was. It seemed. Yeah, right. They do though. They do. They're always like, I'll never bend at the knee. I'm like, you're literally on both your knees right now. I would. As far as I know, to vote for president, I can vote for anybody I want. So I don't have to change my party's affiliation. So since there's a little bit of a problem with every party, like, I don't see any point in moving. That's the only reason. I mean, all it would do is just to have a card to show to somebody, and I don't show it off to anybody. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I mean, this psychopath, like, they just act like a bunch of bloodthirsty nutcases. Honestly, like, this is such an unpopular opinion that, like YouTube's probably gonna kick me off. Like, y'all are cool. Nah, they'll have to drag us kicking and screaming because fuck all that noise. I don't find war criminals sexy at all. And it's so amazing. Part of this is so amazing in the worst way fucking possible. Because my party always like, hey, we're not going to bend at the knee. They have. Like, oh, we have discernment. No, you don't. It's absolute fucking garbage. Your discernment is fucking garbage. I have more discernment. Of course, I also have a baseline where I have a general dislike of everybody and then see if it improves beyond that. So I don't go in with any high expectations in the first place. Hello, Mystic Mac. Mac. Sorry, I'm trying to call you Matt for some fucking reason. Nothing wrong with the name Matt, just not your name. Let's see. North American citizens are being exploited. Yes. Compounding interest rates, not only funding ethnic cleansing in Israel, but also on right? And it's weird because, like, and this kind of shit starts early. I mean, fucking early. Like Sunday school, like when you're a little kid early. And they get this weird idea thanks to some asshole named Schofield and some other fuckwits that did God knows what to, like, you know, the biblical education shit. But they're under this weird impression that, like, Jesus is going to be unhappy with them if they don't support Israel. First off, let me say that I feel like there's a difference between Israelites and Israelis. You know what I mean? Because, see, I was born here in America. I'm native to America, but I'm not Native American. See what I'm saying? So there's a difference between people who, you know, their mom was born in Poland and went over there and he was like, you know, Mr. Malinowski or whatever the fuck Netanyahu's real fucking name is, was like born in Israel. But you're not an Israelite, homeboy. You're not. If you ever see this, Benny, BB, that's what they call you. If you ever see this, BB, that's not the same thing, okay? You were born in Israel, but you were not an Israelite. Okay? Just want you to understand that. You fucking putz nugget. Salute indeed, yes. And I have to say that I'm glad that I am the level of poor where I actually don't end up owing income tax at the end of the year, or the beginning of the other year, I guess, however you want to look at it. Because I just probably wouldn't fucking pay it, to be honest. It's cool to live a minimalist lifestyle if you're rich. But if you live a minimalist lifestyle when you're poor, you just look poor. But that's okay. I'm not a flashy person. Yep, totally Sunday school, especially in the Bible. Yep, I'm in Oklahoma. It's like the buckle of it. You in church sign, pray for Israel. See, yeah, you know, I have a plan for that. I need to get a water gun. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me try something real quick. Let me finagle something here. Oh, I should probably stop sharing. It's not everybody. Although, I mean, I don't have very much money. I'm going to be honest. I got like, what do I got? Well, oh, okay. I actually have. Oh, okay. I thought I do not have $30. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Last. You don't do this very often, but I'm trying to. Okay, is this what I? Okay, I think. Wait, is that it? Okay, that might be it. If it doesn't work, then I'm an idiot, obviously, which is very sad. But bro, for real, because if Jesus is anything like we've been told he is, he's not going to be okay with all these like unarmed women and children, and men, women, and children, because men's lives matter too, obviously. Oh, bro. If I could help, I would. All right, so I kind of want to do like some very carefully skilled vandalism. So basically, I want to get a water gun and fill it with red fabric dye because I'm going to make it look like there's blood on something, like a flag, a bunch of flags in a certain place, and I'm not going to say because I don't want to, like, have the cops knocking on my door. But there's a place that has a ton of certain flags, like 200 of them lining the property. And I think it would be funny to sneak over in the, when it's dark and just carefully like spray all of them, right in the middle to make it look like there's blood spattered on it because it fucking deserves it. I mean, they're like $1 a flag, so it's not like any high-end vandalism. It's not like I'm damaging like an actual building structure. Nothing like that. It's those stupid little like 8-inch tall flags and a whole bunch of like 200 of them just lining up a particular location. And I want to fucking I want to buy a water gun. So like 20 or 30 bucks because super soakers aren't as cheap as they used to be in the 90s. So yeah. And since I won't exactly post that where everybody can see it, yeah. If I get a chance to get up there where, like, because there's a lot of traffic that goes in front of this area, so I would have to be super fucking careful not to get caught. But, like, just, yeah. If I can get a few pictures of, like, the very small bit of vandalism that hopefully has a huge message, I will take a picture and I will, like, send it to, like, y'all privately. So that way, because posting shit on the, like, internet is how people get in trouble. Tennessee here. I tried to tell Brett how bad it is here. I never saw it growing up or how conditioned we were. Because I don't think we were as conditioned back then. Because remember, there was between the Overton window where they do something so absolutely unbelievably grandiose that anything less than that isn't so bad. And that doing a little bit, that little tiptoeing bit at a time, inch by inch, it kind of ends up meeting in the middle. At McDonald's. No, it's not. It's not at McDonald's. Yeah, they do have flags. I didn't think about that. But now, this is a certain building. I won't say what it is or where it is. But, like, yeah, they have, like, 200. I mean, it's a guess. It's an estimation. 200 flags. It just literally goes from fence to fence. Like, the whole lining of the thing. It's fucking insane. I'm like, I don't think y'all put up that many American flags when it's, like, Memorial Day or, like, July 4th. I feel like they're being more patriotic, to another country than they are their own people. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is, like, starts in Sunday school. It's actually a combination of a few things they do in indoctrination. I actually didn't really fully realize it, but also I didn't really do well with indoctrination because I think a lot of kids who have a hard time sitting still and focusing don't always. The programming doesn't always work with them because, your brain's just trying to resist it. So, and I don't know, I had a weird sense of justice even when I was a kid. But, like, I mean, I guess if you get picked on a bit when you're a kid, you kind of, I don't know, you see it different than you do from, like, the oppressor's side of it. And with the way my mom and dad raised me. My dad raised me not to trust the U.S. government at all. And my mom explained to me, because my mom was a big supporter, like in the early 80s and stuff. She, if she could, she supported the IRA and, a free Northern Ireland. And, they used to be called terrorists. They're not really called it much now, considering so much other stuff is going on that they pale in comparison. But for a long time, they were on the terrorist list. And the IRA, not my parents. Let me clarify that. Sorry. But hold on a second. There's a lot of people today that call it United States. It is. It really, more than 15 years ago. Yeah, they were subtle about it for so long. It's one of those things, and I know this is probably, someone's going to think this is anti-Semitic, but I mean this in a government sort of way and not in like a religious or bigoted sort of way, because I do like to clarify. I'm an asshole enough. I don't have room for misunderstanding. it's like if you see a roach in your house, it's already too late because you probably got like 1,000. And that's how the government is. Because once you see a little bit of the infiltration, you probably are fucking infested. And we are. The mask has come off in the last 7 months. And fuck me, it's worse than I thought. I should have fucking known how bad it was. But I think a lot of us knew it was bad. I just don't think anyone knew the full scale of how bad. But, and that's why they want to get rid of TikTok and things like that, because we've got to see faster than we've ever seen before the ugliness of war. Because you can, you got, what is it, like 3 or 4 companies that control almost all the news in the United States, something like that, right? And all you need is a couple of people telling those companies to tell those news stations what they can and cannot say. And they can control it. But things like TikTok, I mean, their algorithm can only do so much for now. Like, especially depending on how you hashtag it, it's going through, it's, trying to find stuff that's wrong. And it's got a lot to keep up with because people are thankfully flooding the internet with all these videos showing us what's really, truly happening. And I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't be surprised, there was some equally fucked up shit in the Iraq war and the stuff going on in Afghanistan. But we had to depend on Fox News and our local news to get little tidbits here and there. But this, we get to see the ugliness. I hope it wasn't this bad in Iraq and Afghanistan. I hope it wasn't this bad. Fuck. But still, yeah, we're seeing things and how ugly they truly are. And politicians do not like getting dragged across the internet. And boy, does TikTok let them have it. My God, with no mercy. And I fucking love it. Those of us calling it out decades ago got called anti-Semitic. Oh, I still get called anti-Semitic. And crazy. Oh, yeah. Every day, more people. Finally. But it's almost like it's too little too late. Because, again, it's kind of like that infestation. Once you start to see a little bit of it, you have to realize it's fucking crawling on the inside. And you're like, fuck. I mean, honestly, like, and YouTube, I'm saying this figuratively and hypothetically, whatever, it doesn't get my shit shut down. I think that, at least figuratively speaking, they should just burn DC to the ground and start over. I mean, fuck. Like, we don't really need a federal government right now. Like, I'm pretty sure that the states can govern their own people, at least for a little while, state sovereignty and all that shit. Just, keep everybody under control, keep things moving while we rebuild the government and make it a lot smaller and a lot more efficient. And no foreign fucking money. And all politicians, if I have to say in anything, hopefully all politicians will have to run around like NASCAR drivers with their cars and their outfits, having their sponsors all over it so we'll know who the fuck owns them. The U.S. banned weapons and committing genocide in Iraq. White phosphorus target. Right? Depleted uranium. Fuck, that's nasty stuff. What's wild, and I don't know, I guess Israel quit using white phosphorus on everybody. They just moved on to other horrible shit. But I think they realized they were getting dragged across the internet real hard for the white phosphorus shit. And somebody was mentioning that there was actually a company that creates white phosphorus. Like, okay. Understand my line of thinking here. If white phosphorus is a war crime to use, why the fuck is any company making it? I assume that there isn't really an actual need for something like that, like industrial wise. Like, I don't know, but like, if something's illegal to use, why is anyone fucking making it? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it should be such a simple question, but what the fuck? I sent through Facebook a DM that you might share here in the chat about TikTok and how Romney lies. I'm assuming that's lies. Romney's, God, Jesus, fuck. Romney views. Okay. Sorry. But Romney, God, dude, like, that guy is kind of, like, I didn't know, is he still running around doing shit? Like, what does he even do? Like, let me look him up. Let me look up Mitt Romney. Like, I know he ran for president, like, in, like, 2008 or something. Like, what's that guy even do now? Let me go look him up. Because he's been kind of quiet for a while. Mitt Romney. Oh, he's a U.S. Senator. Okay. Let's see. Utah. Fucking, of course he is. That makes absolute sense, honestly. Let's see. Foreign relations. Oh, he serves on the foreign relations. Yeah, of course he fucking does. Why wouldn't he? God almighty. News. All right, let's click on that. Senator Romney pressed the administration to deliver a comprehensive strategy on China and encourage a NATO ally to boost its defense spending to meet commitments. First off, don't make commitments you can't fucking afford. You know, speaking as a poor person, do not spend money that you either A, do not have, or B, people are not willing to give you freely. Because I do not feel that taxes is something you give freely necessarily. Because, I mean, you give it freely because you don't want men with guns to come to your house. So, in the end, that's not really freely. So, let's see. On domestic policy fronts, urging administration to withdraw disaster student loan bailouts. You know what? I want to meet Mitt Romney too, and if I have to step on a standing step stool to stalk him, because that dude looks fucking tall, I'm going to tell him what a fucking idiot is. Because I'm sure this moron's going to tell me that, oh, student loan bailouts, that's socialism. Okay, so if that's socialism, what is sending billions of dollars to Israel so they can have free medical care and a bunch of other free shit? So like, what is that? It's giving money to a citizenry or to whatever for people to have free shit is socialism. Are we not encouraging socialism in Israel then? Are we not? Because if we're going to take care of anybody, why not our own students? Why not our own soldiers? Why not our own veterans and our homeless? I mean, if we're going to be socialists, sarcastic quote marks, socialists, shouldn't it be for our own people and not the benefit of like foreign whatever the fuck? I'm just saying. Industries use white phosphorus to manufacture chemicals used in fertilizer, food additives, and cleaning compounds. You know what? Fuck all that, in fact, I say, because most fertilizers are probably dangerous anyway. Food additives, they probably need to get rid of that. And you know what? I think cleaning compounds, I feel like Dawn soap and vinegar is usually pretty good for us. We don't use anything harsher. So, you know, and as pesticides. Well, fireworks are pretty cool. But yeah, maybe they should just go back to, I don't know. They just need to stop using it on fucking people. So yeah, there's so many people I just want to like, I get, you know, those like batons that are like about 8 inches tall. Then when you kind of, you know, straighten your hand real fast or straighten your arm real fast, it extends and it's got like a little bead on the end of it. I kind of want to take one of those like extending little batons and just start beating the fuck out of these politicians, like right in the back of their knee and like right in the like Achilles tendon, and just start beating the absolute fuck out of them. Because I heard some joke somewhere that if you get someone below the knee, it's not attempted murder. So, you know, I would just love to absolutely just beat the fuck out of Mitt Romney, Nikki Haley, you know, just line up all these motherfuckers. Leave Ron Paul alone. He's all right. He's cool. Him and Jill Steiner, at least they are not trying to get us killed. So I'm cool with him. But like pretty much everybody else, just line them up and let me beat the fucking shit out of their legs. You know what I'm saying? Just beat their fucking knees, their shins, Achilles tendons, back of the knee, just fucking black and blue. Just beat that fucking shit. Like, I would love to just take a stick to these people. I would. I'm sorry. That's an ideal thing. I feel like we should at least tar and feather them, maybe. I don't know. There's some old-fashioned shit I think we should bring back. And tar and feathering our politicians, I feel like we can move that to the top of the list. I know a lot of people are calling for execution of people, but again, I'm kind of a pro-life person, so I'm kind of hesitant to call for the death of people. But I feel like an extensive ass whooping is acceptable. I'm just saying. Getting myself all worked up and smoking more now. I think it. Anywho. Well, I feel better now that I've depressurized and like fussed and complained. But I feel like I gotta do that about like every 2 to 3 days. I gotta bitch about stuff. But by God, it just doesn't ever stop though. Like, It'd be nice if there wasn't like ridiculous, like end of the world shit fucking trending every day. That'd be nice. Let's see. Wait, why is Scott Baio fucking trending? Like, I gotta go. Is he dead or something? Like, why the fuck is he trending? That dude hasn't trended in 35 years. Oh, Robert De Niro has been an ass. That dude's always an ass, though. Oh, okay. For some reason, I guess they're dragging Scott Baio because he's conservative. I guess that's kind of the gist I'm getting from this. Like, I don't know. They just kind of keep bringing him up for some reason. All right, so apparently he's still alive. Okay, so I was kind of wondering about that. So I thought I'd check real quick. Bruh, like, to be fair, I would not like beat the legs of somebody who, like, was like injured. Like, she was doing it because she wanted to keep him. I want to beat these fucking people up because honestly, like, I just don't think they've had their ass whipped properly in a long time. And I feel like every once in a while, if people go unchecked for too long, they just kind of lose their fucking guidance system goes off out of whack. And to quote in the movie Shooter that had a Mark Wahlberg, their moral compass is so fucked up, I'm surprised they can find the parking lot. Ironically, the guy was also referring to the genocide situation in some village when he said that. So, I mean, I feel like that's fitting for this, actually. But yeah, I really just like from the knees down, I just want to beat the fuck out of these people. Like, I mean, I don't discriminate. Nikki Haley, fucking Romney, like guy, girl, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking get all their legs. I don't give a damn. I think after that, the first like 20 or 30 get a really good ass whooping. The other ones will start to go, maybe I should rethink this. Because all they do is get shit tons of money handed to them, and they never get in trouble for anything they do. Nobody can go on like that and keep a decent moral compass. We all need to be checked. Like, if I start getting out of hand and I start, like, getting shit tons of money, which we all know that's not going to happen. But, like, if I was getting shit tons of money and started being, like, awful and, like, putting people's lives in danger, then yes, by all means, please fucking check me. Don't curb check me, please. At least give me a few chances. But, possibly, like, a little bit of a boop, a little smack, try to reset my clock a little bit. If I get that bad, by all means. I feel like if we're going to get freaky, we might as well just do the Universal Soldier thing and just do the ears. But I shouldn't say that because I'm afraid we might encourage Zionists to be doing that. Like, I'm afraid we're going to start seeing that on TikTok soon. They're going to start wearing body parts as a necklace. I wouldn't be surprised if they already are. Like, there's been pictures of them already, like, going to houses that are, like, demolished and pretending to wear the people who used to live there's clothes, which I think is a little fucking weird. I feel like that says a lot about them. Like, just come the rest of the way out the closet door, sweetheart, Go ahead. It's cool. Considering what you've been doing, that's, coming out of the closet's nothing. Like, everything pales in comparison to genocide, honestly. Well, yes. Well, that's the beating, though. If it has to escalate past beating, then I suppose ears. But I'm kind of a germaphobe, so, like, the idea of body parts hanging off my neck sounds kind of gross. Like, to be honest, I kind of like certain textures and certain ideas kind of gross me out. I couldn't even debone chicken until I was 30. Because, like, you get those meat scissors and you kind of cutting through bone. Just hearing the crunch made me cringe. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Like, I know that sounds really silly, but like that sound viscerally bothers me. I think it makes me think of like joints being dislocated, things like that. It just makes me cringe like a motherfucker. Like if someone has like a bullet wound, especially like if it's like somewhere you could put like pressure on like a shoulder, like it's probably not going to bother me. It's a little gross. There's something about like joint damage and like cutting stuff, like toes. I cannot. It's ew. It's like nails down a chalkboard kind of cringe for me. I can't do it. No. Like, If ever I'm tried for a war crime, that's not going to be it. I'm certain. Actually, I can't. I don't know. I don't think I would commit a war crime. I don't know. I think a lot of war crimes are so awful they're too gross for me to do. I couldn't do it. Which is good. I wish everybody was like that. Then we wouldn't have so much horrible shit going on. Anywho's. Yeah, the idea of toes, though. That sounds so gross. Ew. Oh, I like your ferocious spirit, but ew. Little gross. Ugh. So so much stuff is happening to them over there. Like, I don't know. Like, people running around with foot fungus or something. I don't know. Anywho's. I feel a lot better. Bitch, I've complained. Oh, apparently Israel is super bad at Ireland and Spain and Norway because they're recognizing Palestine's statehood. Ha ha! Makes me so proud to be like Irish descent. I'm so glad that let's see, spirit animal wise, like my homeland did not let me down. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ireland is doing terrible on just about every other fucking front. From my understanding, shit's expensive and the housing crisis is, well, a crisis. But at least morally speaking, at least they speak up against genocide. So, you know, at least morally speaking, they're doing good. So that's the start. I can't imagine a country could ever recover properly if they're so morally bankrupt. You know what I mean? It's really hard to come back from that. Oh God, I wish I hadn't highlighted that. Yes, no, nobody is encouraging that. No. Yes, yeah, nobody's encouraging that. Beating the fuck out of somebody from the knees down, sure. Especially when they're responsible for the deaths of so many people. Yes. What I read about them doing that to people, the stuff you just described right here, I don't understand how anybody can do it. Like, I mean, I couldn't even do it to an animal. Like, if the apocalypse happens, it's gonna be like vegetables and fish for me. That's probably what it's gonna come down to. I'm gonna feel bad for the fish even. Like, I need to eat, so the fish is fucked, but I'm gonna feel bad about it. But you know, I don't. But the idea of doing that to someone, because like to a person, because usually we feel empathy towards something that we see some of ourselves in. You know what I mean? That's why I'm really disappointed in a lot of the people in my party, because they seem to have absolutely no empathy for, and it's not even just Muslims over there. It's Muslims and Jews and Christians that are, you know, getting fucking hit too. They're just not talking about that because a lot of people who would have influence, they might sympathize with Christians and they would feel conflicted that other Jews would be hurt by this. But Muslims, they've been conditioned for the last 40, 50 years not to see any of themselves in those people. So they seem almost devoid of any kind of like empathy or connection. And so the fact that someone, you know, had a person shape like me, I find it cringy, the idea of doing such graphically horrible stuff to them, because, like, I don't know, it's gross, I guess. I don't know. It's morally gross. I don't know. So I don't understand how some of the people can do the things they do to each other. I can't. Like I said, a good proper ass woman, fuck yeah, absolutely. But much past that, man, I don't know. I mean, somebody's got to be able to draw the line somewhere. Clearly, our government fucking can't. I mean, there's no line they won't fucking cross. And that is fucking scary. Like, how do you come back from that? Because if something you believe in, supposedly some good holy cause, makes you abandon any line in the sand you ever had, makes you contradict yourself in the worst ways possible, I feel like perhaps your belief system may need some readjusting. Because over time, I've actually, you know, tried to make sure that my line in the sand is a solid one. Be a little bit of an asshole here and there, sure, but like when it comes to very important stuff, yeah. I've only gotten, you know, the more I read, the more strict on it I am. There will be fish and vegetables in the future. Been really thinking about a look at both. I'm in Oklahoma, so unless I'm going to like paddle around on the lake, I'm pretty landlocked. And honestly, I'm kind of glad to be right here because I feel like there's a lot less likely shit to happen here. Where I feel like East Coast or West Coast is probably, it would be, or the Southern Coast, like, you know, the Gulf of Mexico could be a target. But they'd have to get a whole lot of way inland because, like, from the Gulf of Mexico to where I'm at is like 781 miles. I checked GPS one time to see how far it was from New Orleans. Anyway, so at a minimum of 780 miles from the Gulf, it's probably even further from the Atlantic and even further from the Pacific. So if anybody's going to have a problem, it's going to be those edges right there. All the way here in the middle, I think even if there was like a really huge, outrageous wave that was going to wipe out coastlines, I would still be okay right here in the middle. Because there's a whole lot of real estate you'd have to get to me first. You know what I'm saying? So I feel relatively okay in Oklahoma until I have another reason to think differently. But anywho, I have been talking everybody's ear off for an hour and a half. Y'all have been amazing, as you always are. I love all of y'all. Y'all are so great. Let's see. Let's go up top of the list. And thank you, Daniel, for coming by. And Digital Pollution. And why is my mouse not working? There we go. And Bree. And the amazing Miss Broccoli. And the Mr. Broccoli. And, of course, our darling Bone. We love you, man. And BK Dan, of course. We always love you. Let's see. Make sure. Oh, of course, Mystic Mac. Always great. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Because sometimes I have my moments where I might miss something by accident. But I love you all. Oh, shit. Yeah, you are. Because you're like, I think there's like a naval base near you. Or at least close enough, depending on the size of like some incendiary weapon, like it could affect you. Some of that shit can be felt a football field away, depending on what's dropped. So, I mean, hopefully you're not toast. I hope not. That would suck. Because remember, my oldest daughter lives in the same state you're in. So, like, if you're toast, like, she would be too. So I'm really hoping that, like, nothing happens. If anything that might, any lightning bolt that might strike DC, may it only hit DC at the appropriate time where, you know, you got more, you know, a stone and more than one bird. But whatever, you know, whatever the clouds and the lightning have in store is not my business, you know. Anyway, but hugs to everybody. Y'all have been awesome. Love y'all so much. And I don't have a movie planned because I'm waiting for some cool. Oh, you Facebooked me? All right, cool. I'll check that in a second. But I've been checking for like any new movies and a couple, but like nothing that seems to really be that impressive. Furiosa, not Furioso. But it sounds like something like Harry Potter would say. Yeah, like some of these movies, they seem kind of meh. So it doesn't seem like there's any really good stuff on right now, sadly. So, but as soon as I find some kind of movie that I think will be fun, I will set up a viewing for everyone. Hopefully it'll be a nice bootleg. But anyways, I hope y'all have a fabulous night. And I think we're about to have some storms. It sounds like we have some thunder going on outside. So I better go before the internet gets cut off because, hugs to all and to all a good night. Mwah! And just for the hay of it, it's usually my intro, but I'll play my little as an outro for y'all.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, hey, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash.